Good afternoon. It's business as usual in the areas that were deemed to be hotspots during the looting and violence in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Police are monitoring these and other areas following reports that there could be another shutdown today. The calls for a shutdown have been circulating on social media. At the weekend, the National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure said measures are in place to ensure the safety and security of people living in South Africa. The calm situation should come as a relief for the Department of Basic Education, with matric pupils due to start their preliminary exams today. Let's get more on this planned shutdown. Let's cross to our reporter, Maageketla Mohlabe, who's standing by for us in Alexandra. Very good afternoon to you, Maageketla. What's Alexandra looking like at this hour?
Very good afternoon to you, and think the picture that you see in your frame is Alex Plaza. There's been hive of activity here. We saw some of the SANDF members as well as JMPD officials, including SABC officials as well, doing some walkabout here to make sure that any threat of violence is actually thwarted in this area. And as you mentioned in that intro, I mean, those are the threats that are not going to be taken lightly by police. As you can see here, we are now joined by Lieutenant General Elias Mawela. He's the SABC Provincial Commissioner. Thanks so much for joining us. You have just arrived now. You were in Soweto, I understand. What did you learn there? What are you learning here?
Thank you very much for the opportunity once more. In Soweto there, what we have observed, it was a seamless system in place whereby we have found community structures, business, taxi operators working together with the police. So it was so impressive in that all of them, they were on high alert and waiting for this faceless enemy to say, come, we'll show you. So I came down here in Alexandra. By mere observation, looking around, is the same system. My colleagues from the taxi industry here are here with us. We're having the JMPD. We're having the chairperson of the local CPF. Obviously, the provincial chairperson is also here. We're having the MEC, having the members of the SNDF. So the system look alike. And then we'll also be taking a walkabout and also listen to them, you know, what measures have they put in place? Because we need to sustain this. We need to sustain this thing because we don't know when will the enemy say, hey, I no longer wants to attack. So we need to keep and maintain this system which we are having, working together, partnership, and defend the gains of this country.
Certainly, it's public knowledge that police were caught off guard during the looting. Is that what you are trying to correct this time, seeing police visibility around Alexandra or in other areas in Gauteng?
Yeah, obviously, you know, after each and every operation, we do what we call it a debriefing, and where we also identify our weaknesses and so forth, so that we must learn. We must learn from our previous mistake and try to adapt and correct it. So we are adapting our operation. As you can see right now, we have realized that, you know what, on our own, we cannot achieve our objective. So we dearly need the partnership of all the stakeholders, and so that we can defeat the enemy.
Community safety, MEC, Faith Mazibuko. Is Alex safe today?
Alex is safe, because we've got quite a lot of your force multiplier. We've got patrollers, community patrollers. We've got various community structures that are on high alert. And we've got various WhatsApp groups, including your Alex Crime fighting groups. And all of them, they are assisting one another. Anyone who picks up anything is able to share with others, and police are able to react very quickly. So far, we have not received any incidences. It's still a bit calm and quiet. I suspect people still are afraid to venture out. It's only those that have gone to work But the Taxi Association, their availability also boost the strength of all of us, because we know if there's public transport, then people are able to go to work. And if you've got your taxi associations on board, they are the ones who are able also to give alert if anything is happening everywhere. But most of all, you've got the Business Against Crime. They've deployed their helicopters, their drones. So the whole of the sky, everyone, there's a big sister and a big brother out there looking after all of us as we're down here. So I'm 100% sure today we are not anticipating too much, but it's not like for one day only. This will be ongoing because it does demonstrate that working together, all of us, community members, CPF, law enforcement agencies, business against crime, security companies, taxi association, and everyone, it helps to make Gauteng to be united province against crime that might happen.
We know that Alexandra is congested. We know that Alexandra is one of the vulnerable communities when it comes to criminal activities in Gauteng. What guarantee are you going to give the residents here in Alex or even in Gauteng that in the absence of any threat of a shutdown or looting, this presence that we see here of your partners in uniform, in blue uniform, is still going to be here?
You know the importance of when crime is being committed, our people must not just be lookers or look the other way. They must quickly, in Zulu I'll say that, don't just see something happening and you turn a blind eye. But the importance of you, it will assist because it makes all of us to be able to jump and be able to be of assistance. But if you see something happening, like you rightly put it, Alex is congested, anyone can be marked anytime amongst ourselves. Don't see somebody being marked and then you look the other way. No. It's about time. All of us putting our shoulders together, working hand in hand, we can defeat crime. Because people will know that you dare touch one shop, all these members of the communities will be on you, you'll be known, it will be reported, and police will quickly arrest you. We should not allow a space whereby we have crimes or criminals operating like Gauteng. They must be able to be thwarted as they start, or when crime is still being planned, let's speak. That way, we'll be able to nip it in the bud.
Thanks so much, Community Safety MEC Faith Mazibuko there saying, if crime happens in your watch, don't look away because it could be you. You could be next. Basically, the message quite clear here, and seeing that they will keep a close watch on the developments here in Alexandra, or even around Gauteng, the Gauteng area. Amid those threats of shutdown, they will definitely be making some walkarounds or walkabouts here in Alexandra to make sure that any threat is actually stopped. Considering that last month there was that looting, police caught off guard, a lot of people have lost their jobs. So we will be actually keeping you updated of any developments here in Alexandra.